Hey, everybody, we're back. Dudley and Bob with Matt. We're on camera now. You can see it later today, but we'll tell you how. Thanks to RenegadeTruck.net, Renegade Truck Accessories, for sponsoring this telecast. And here we go.
All right. Yeah, hi, cameras.
Hey.
How about this shirt, huh? Look at this. Fancy. I got this. You know where I found this? Nordstrom Rack, and these are usually, what, $300 shirts?
Well,
it had been marked down to like $50. You know why?
why?
It's a goddamn triple XL. I'm not that
Triple
big.
XL?
It's a triple XL.
Man.
And it fits perfectly.
I'm still a medium.
Our good friend Liz Dunlap, who has helped us out with tax questions, and she's been on cruises with us, and her mom, rest her soul, her mom was a water skier up to 85 years old, I think.
Whoa.
But Liz just gave $169 for breaking and entering. Thank you. Go to KLBJFM.com or look for breaking and entering on GoFundMe, and we'll give you. We've decided it should be 69, and we'll shout your name out with 69. So I don't know when the last time Liz did 69, but
Oh, I'm sure.
Now that's-
She
that's
looks
good
like
karma.
She stays active.
that's good karma for her right there. 69. We're going to do a bunch of Thanksgiving. Those of you who are listening in the next segment, I want you to be thinking about what Thanksgiving side dish you want to be eliminated for life. I have a whole list of the whole picture of them, but it's not enough of them.
Hey, what's in
'Cause
Matt's
they're always
square, by
different.
the way, when he's not here? You know, we do a
Tomorrow-
Brady Bunch thing on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
tomorrow it'll be Mike McRae.
They're just showing that curled up corner of
I'm
that
gonna have
map for that guy.
You're going to have to remind me who's on the show and when. Put it on the big board.
Oh, well, Matthew McConaughey's Monday.
So we have Michelle Wolf calling in tomorrow. We have
Lou Diamond Phillips on Friday.
on Friday. And we have Matthew McConaughey on Monday. And tomorrow we have Mike McRae, who can do an impersonation of every one of those people. So there's that. And I was going to show one more thing because we were talking Thanksgiving, and we will be again. But no good? This is a restaurant or a grocery store that did a print ad that said, hosting, plan a super spread.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's
You don't think they did that on purpose?
They did it on purpose. Again, it didn't go through enough. You know, I think so many
It's a bad
people, I
taste.
think so many companies have cut back that something like that doesn't go through a line of people going, wait a minute, we shouldn't put this
But
in.
I think maybe they did know exactly what they were doing, and
Well, they're
tried to catch-
backtracking and they're apologizing for
Are
it.
they? Okay.
I think they know that there's a
But-
portion of the population that doesn't.
But who's
care.
going to be offended?
I don't know.
Victims of? I
I
don't know,
guess.
that have
I don't
family
know.
members that have died.
I don't know. I don't know why all of you at some point don't take a chance and just watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
David
when,
Muir.
when they enter, yeah, he's dreamy. When they enter, oh, there's Amy Edwards. When they interview the frontline workers and the doctors.
Right.
Greg Abbott says there's not going to be another shutdown. That's on Greg Abbott. I'm not here to bitch about the politics about it anymore, but they had a doctor out in El Paso says we don't have any more people.
What if
we
they
don't
walk?
have, and because the country's so infested right now, if that's the right word, there aren't people who can travel from one state to another to help out a hospital. It's all of them. And the best question I heard this week, didn't mean to do COVID on this camera thing. Best question I heard was a guy from ABC. He goes, well, what if there's a bus crash on the road out here and 20 people are critically injured? And the guy goes, then we just got to triage. And you know what triage is?
Yeah.
Triage is this person we're gonna let them die because they're too far over the edge. So anyway, all right, that's enough of that. Everybody's heard it all. Let's go into what I wanted to do today, which was the game. What?
Let's
No
do it.
calls yet?
Oh,
No calls yet. I got a $50 gift card to Tacovas for the Screen Actors Guild game. Here's my check that I got.
I can tell already.
Quarterly.
I can tell how you're holding it, that it's fatter and heavier than the check I got. What was mine yesterday, Chewy? Net $14.11?
$14.11.
Something like that?
$14.11.
My outstanding acting in a
How much
Robert
do-
Rodriguez film entitled Spy Kids 3.
how much do you think Dale's check is?
Oh, he may be like like a $1.05 or something like $1.20.
Don't tell them too high.
I don't know. I
too
got
low.
one last year for $400.
Don't
Yeah.
tell 'em.
Well, here's the deal.
And this is for Spy Kids, or
that
is
many
this
lines?
for?
I've only gotten one.
Is that the only thing you did?
No, I did Bernie. I've
Oh, yeah,
only
you did
gotten
Bernie.
one, but I only got one check. One, what do you call it? Residual for Bernie. This is for just what you got. This is free TV.
For Spy Kids,
For Spy Kids.
Spy Kids 2.
Now,
in
I'll
this
tell you
case.
what we'll do to speed this up. 512-834-0937. This could be really embarrassing if nobody calls. 512-834-0937. And by the way, Dylan, do you think you could do a Zoom through here? Can we do that?
Dylan, if I walk off the show, what are you going to put in my square? In my Brady Bunch square?
Here's what I won't do. Hang on, Randy.
It's not fair.
Hang on, Michael. And what you do is just keep calling until somebody gets it and they get a fit. I'm not giving you the money, but you'll get a Tecovas $50 gift card. And instead of doing it like Bob's yesterday, which was only $14.11, we won't do the cents. So
I
we'll
had
just
more
do the
lines.
dollars.
More lines. Clooney is in my movie.
How would Clooney give you more
Stallone
money?
is in my movie.
Do you want to
It
do
was
this?
the best of the Spy
Do you
Kids
want to
trilogy.
do this?
And I had also done favors for
Antonio
Robert.
Banderas was in my movie.
Damn, Desperado.
Cheech Marin was in my movie.
It's not Clooney.
Dang, Law and Order.
What's his name that I worked with the last day with the teeth and the thing?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve
Not
Buscemi was in the
Clooney.
movie. Mike Judge
Con
was
Air.
in the movie. I worked 14 weeks.
I worked with Rocky.
I was on the set 14
I worked with
weeks.
Rocky.
Or Rambo.
Listen,
Or
and
Rambo.
most days, on most days, they would go, yeah, we're not going to get to you today. Go ahead and log out and get your $900.
Go to your honey wagon or whatever they call it.
All right.
All
So
right.
here we go.
Go ahead.
We'll start high load. We'll just do the dollars. Okay, Randy, what is your guess?
$16.
That is too low.
Yeah, I can tell you that's too low.
And insulting. Thanks, Randy. Michael, what is your guess?
200.
200 is too high, Michael.
Thank God.
I gotta look and see what it is.
We got 16 to 200.
All
Right
right,
now.
I gotta even look and see what it is.
And then we're doing the part you would put in the bank, not the gross, but the net on the check. Pay
Hold
to the
on.
order of.
Yeah, I'll do that. Here.
Pay to the order of.
That way
That's
you-
the net.
That way you won't get your feelings hurt so much.
Well, when you make $15, your feelings are going to get hurt.
512-834-0937. Just call back if you miss it.
Okay.
So we're between 200 and 16. John, what is your guess? John.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. You said between 200 and what?
16.
200 and 60, and separately $16.
Let's go $87.
All right, $87 is too low.
Son of a bitch. I can't even buy a Starbucks with
You
mine.
told me to bring this in today. That's self-torture. All right, so we're between
87 and 200.
87 and 200. All right, Nate, it's between 87 and 200. What's your guess?
I'm going to go with 169.
169
Is?
is too high. So we're between 169 and 16.
And 87.
Oh, and 87. That's right. Let me mark
Yeah.
out that 16. Michael, what's your guess?
138.
138 is too high.
I'm feeling better. If it's under 100, I'm staying. If it's over 100, I'm leaving.
So we're between 138 and 87, John.
96.
96 is too low.
I may be leaving.
Huh?
I mean, I said if it's over 100, I'm leaving. If it's under 100, I'm staying.
Gee, I'm not going to give any clues, but do you have any shoes handy? Liam, between 130
119.
119 is too low.
So we're between 119 and 138 if you're playing at home.
Yeah. Randall, 119 and 138. What's your guess?
125.
125 is too low. Getting closer.
A lot closer.
Chris, it's between 138 and 125. What's your guess?
130.
130 is too low.
Oh, so we're between 130 and 138.
Keith, what's your guess?
136.
136 is too high. So stupid. Waste of airwaves. Waymond. Waymond or Raymond?
Wayman.
It's Wayman. Okay. Between 130. I'm sorry, I had a joke I can't do anymore. It's politically incorrect. Between 136 and 130, what do you got?
I got 134.
134 is too low.
So there's only one number left.
Jamie,
Yes, sir.
give it to us, brother.
Sounds like 135 to me.
It is $135.58 for a movie I did 20 years ago.
What was the gross?
The gross was $192.72.
Jeez. All for doing nothing.
I worked my ass off.
No,
what are you
didn't.
talking
You just
about?
said that you sat in a honey wagon most days.
Not most days, but some days.
How many lines did you have?
2.
I had 6.
I was working SAG
That's
Weekly.
6.
I was standing.
Well, you could have hired me SAG Weekly, and I could have sat in a honey wagon.
Every scene that the Magna men were in, I had to be there standing there with my arms.
You were just one of the guys. I had my own character name.
I'm Head Magna Man.
I'm Agent Damage Report.
That's not a name.
It is a
That's
name.
a description. That's all right, Jamie. James, whatever your name is. Hang on a
The
second.
really good news is I got to sit next to Selma for 2 days, 2 full days.
Well, I got
shoulder to shoulder.
I got to sleep with Carla Gugino.
Oh, wow. Smoking.
That was a fun time, man. That was a good day.
It was a good day. He treated us good.
That was
Good
a good
food,
day for the
fun
boys.
crew.
Yep.
I recommend it. I highly
right.
recommend it for everyone.
I don't know why people are still on hold. Well, we have a winner. Paul, what can we do for you?
What's going on, brother? I just want to say congratulations on the role in Spy Kids, brother. I didn't even know that. And
excuse me, Spy Kids 2.
Oh, Spy Kids 2. My apologies.
Yeah.
It was all a great series, though. They were all really good, so I'm actually going to have to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, my kids couldn't give a crap. So, all right,
My
thanks.
kid loves it, so.
Thanks, man. Well, thank you for congratulating me 20 years later. Ty, what can we do for you?
137 and a half.
That's too high.
Thanks, Ty. That happens all the time. All right.
Well,
so
that's good.
Get back in here, Chewy, because we need you. Did you get all his info? Yes, Cameron, what can we do for you? You see what I'm talking about with the phones, people?
What?
When you hear the show?
Oh,
every day?
yeah.
You hear this?
That's way off, man. No, that's all good, bro.
What?
I'll see you. What? I'll see you. What?
What? See what I'm talking about?
All of a sudden, it's like community television.
Community, it's not as good as cable access. Come on, dude.
Is that what they call it? Yeah,
It
cable
was
access.
called cable access. All right. So once Chewy's back in here,
We can get to the video schmidios.
yeah, I want to get to these. To some of these videos that I have saved
Ooh, I see a knowledge
just for this
nugget
moment.
for later, too.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do a knowledge nugget. You want to do that now?
Well, as long as we're waiting for Chewy, we might as well get it.
You know what? I
Queued
don't
up.
know with this new browser where my bookmarks are. I got to figure that out. You know, I had the knowledge nugget right there, so let me go back to Chrome. Well, I want him in here to see these videos.
All right.
So let me go to this and go to knowledge nugget. I'm thinking
Len,
very
what's his
awkward now. Huh?
Len,
Give to breaking and entering if you can, though. We appreciate it. But we need families, man. Y'all got to give us the families. Everybody knows somebody with kids that's not going to have a good one this year. And if we get 10 grand, since we're not going out and buying televisions and stuff and having to actually go to these houses, we will be able to do the gift cards through the U.S. mail and hit so many extra families. So send those to breaking and entering at klbjfm.com. Let's do these instead of the knowledge nugget.
Okay.
Let me see which one I want to play for you. You know the story of this true story. My brother was a prankster, a little bit over the top sometimes, and he was in dental school. And I went to visit him. He lived in Dallas. He was going to Baylor Dental, and you have to study constantly. I mean, it's just like all the time. I don't think dentists get enough credit. They're basically doctors. That's why they get doctor in front of their name. No, but I mean,
Hey, let me
it's just
wrap that down
it's
for
just
later if I
It's
can
just
remember.
a specialty is what it is. And so he was stressed or whatever, but he also was a big gun nut. And we would bust each other's balls. I'm sorry, I'm itching in the middle of my back. And my brother, I said something to him, and he snapped, or I thought he did, and he went into this one-bedroom apartment. He goes, "That's it. I've had enough. I can't take this anymore." And I was like, what? I just got here. My brother comes back out with an AR-15 that he had put a little crank on that would just hit the trigger over and over, semi-automatic. and he starts firing a clip on me up against. I remember I was up against the stove. I'm surprised I didn't wet myself. He had loaded it with blanks. But I've never been able to describe what that looks like until I saw this today. And this is a guy who is asleep outside some bodega or something. And these guys throw firecrackers. And this is exactly what I did. But imagine this standing up. This is exactly what went down.
He starts planking.
So when you see what was it, the St. Valentine's Day massacre in Chicago, you know, where these crooks took these other crooks, and when they show it, and you always think, well, that's ridiculous. A machine gun doesn't do that to you. I'm telling you right now, it does too.
Well, you weren't shot.
But it's not the bullets going in. It's you freaking out is what's going on.
Yeah, he gets kind of paralyzed. What do you call that when your body goes stiff as a board? I don't know. Look.
Like, could he feel it? Did it feel like bullets were going? Did he go numb? Adrenaline, I guess, goes through your body. You can't tell what's going on.
You know, and I always thought these things were funny, and then I got in therapy, and the therapist goes, that's not funny.
Someone pretend.
Oh yeah, they don't find anything.
That's
funny.
not funny that your brother did that to you. That's very sad.
They have to have empathy for everything.
This is another part of your PTSD. I go, I don't know about that one. The tuba case thing, that definitely was. So have you ever gotten a screw in your finger? Like in the top of your finger? Like you're working on something?
No.
I mean...
All right, well, in case you do, here's a video on how to get a screw out of your finger.
Oh, wait, Bob's not going to want to...
Well, you got to put the drill in reverse. I know that, right?
You nailed it, dude. Here's how you get it. And these all go up at KLBJFM.com eventually, I believe. I don't know if they do or not now without justice, but here's how you get it out. I should have said, when you get a screw... Oh,
that's under his nail, dude. Come on.
When you get a screw under your fingernails.
Just got the pee-pee shivers.
Am I the only one that broke a glass today? Our brand new coffee cups, man.
Yeah, there's 1 minute. Now you got an odd number. Best thing to do is break another one. Then at least you have an even number, and it makes sense.
Huh.
Yeah, they were our dogs wearing sweaters. Not our dogs.
Oh, the ones that the comedy club gave us last year?
Mm-hmm.
One of those?
Oh, man, I love those.
I want to admit, they used to give the best Christmas presents to us.
We're not getting nothing this year.
I'm hearing some stuff behind the scenes, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Some stuff behind the scenes.
So here's how to get a screw out from underneath your fingernail.
Keep it till
I cannot watch this.
That's how you do it right there.
How did it get in there?
He just unscrewed it real fast.
The other day I was fixing my wooden fence in my backyard, and I had my drill, and I had a rubber work glove on, right? It wasn't a leather work glove, but it was a rubber work glove. And the tip, my index finger, the tip of the rubber glove got caught in the drill bit, and it started twisting around.
Yeah, that's the way people
and
get
it hurt, man. It hurt.
That's the way people get hurt.
It hurt.
That's the way people hair and stuff is the way people get pulled into machines, wood chippers and
I was
things
almost
like that.
another number, man. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna save that one for last. This is a reporter, really not a smart reporter. There was a flood going on in North Carolina, and she could tell that the bridge was about to collapse. So she thought she'd get close to it. I mean, this is the closest I've seen to a reporter getting killed, except for the reporters who actually have been killed. Thank you. I came up with that analogy on my own. But watch this thing, man. I don't know.
Oh, now that's not even smart.
That's asking.
You can see where
it's buckling. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be anywhere near this thing.
No, because you know more of it than you.
Why am I not hearing her?
That's a real journalist, though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You think she'll win some kind of award?
No. Why would she win an award
or for being
stupid?
in the...
Why am I not? Oh, it's probably a TV station and they're bad mixing or something. I've also loaded a new system into my computer, and I may have to go in and put that mono thing on here. I knew I'd have some issues today. Just watch it, though. She starts screaming like crazy here in a second. I don't know why I lost the audio. Yeah,
Oh,
you hear her screaming when she she's nearby. It literally was, what, a half a foot away from her?
Is that from just water puddling up there? Years
It's
and
what?
years?
The
That just breaking down.
Well,
right
first
there.
of all, our bridges in the country are all eroded.
They're all old.
and rusted because we haven't done any infrastructure funding for years and years and years. It's one of the biggest problems in the world. There's been dozens of people who've just died from. I'll give you an example. Well, that was an earthquake, wasn't it? The Bay Bridge in San Francisco. Yeah, that was an earthquake that just took the top layer and just crushed
How's
everybody.
Madison County holding up?
It's doing okay.
Still a bad movie. Bridge is fantastic.
Why? That's bothering me that the audio's not playing, but it doesn't matter. We don't have that much time left on the cameras, and I want to save this one. So back in the 70s, a whale beached itself. I forget where. We'll find out. And they thought, okay, how do we get this giant whale? And it was rotting, so it smelled bad.
Stinks. It'll smell
How
up
do
the
we
whole
get it
town.
off the beach? They didn't have experience in it. Well, they decided to go to like a guy who, dug septic tanks. I know that's where we got dynamite for a movie once. And they loaded this thing up with dynamite, way too much
remember
dynamite. And they exploded the thing, and it landed on everyone in town, right? Well, somebody went back and found the film and put it in 4K. So I don't know what it'll be here.
I mean, how much dynamite are you supposed to use for a whale? Is anyone?
No
one
really
knew. That's
just
the thing.
no book.
You
can't blame them.
Fill her up. is
my
what I
friend David Hickey did this movie. He and his wife said I was going to be a star. I took 2 months off the show in the 90s to go do it. And there's a scene, and it's an old timey trope about a guy throws a stick of dynamite while he's fishing to get the fish, to kill the fish.
Right.
But he throws it in the water, and his dog grabs it, and his dog blows up, or his dog blows up his truck. Well, he put this into the movie, and so we had to have 2 trucks. We had one that we drove, and we had an exact replica, but we didn't have any movie stuff. They put 5-gallon gasoline tanks all through this thing, and then dynamite they borrowed, and this is pre 9/11. Dynamite that they borrowed from a septic tank guy, and I was down below. There was a cliff up above, and they said, "Hey, man, you might want to get behind a tree." And I got behind this big cypress tree. Dude, I'll show it to you sometime. This thing just disappears, and the hood, I'll never forget the sound of it coming down. It went.
That was the sound.
I walked around to the cypress tree, and there were just thousands of pieces of shrapnel from this thing. There's a reason why they have experts. Most of the stuff you see exploding in Hollywood is just propane. They put propane torches in there, and they just make it look like it blows up. I'm sorry, I digress. We're out of time, so let me. Paul Lindman, and is this it? Yeah, the remastered, they said, in 4K, but I don't know if my computer has 4K. And if it doesn't have sound, I'm going to lose my mind because we're on camera right now. And I lost the sound somehow.
It had to be said, the Oregon State Highway Division not only had a whale of a problem on its hands, it had a stinking whale of a problem. What to do with one 45-foot, 8-ton whale dead on arrival on the beach near Florence?
It had been so long since a whale had washed up in Lane County, nobody could remember how to get rid of one.
And nobody knew how much dynamite to do.
In selecting its battle plan, the Highway Division decided the carcass couldn't be buried because it might soon be uncovered. It couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up, and it couldn't be burned. So dynamite it was, some 20 cases or a half ton of it.
Oh, man.
What were they planning to do after they dynamited
wanted
it?
to
20
disintegrate it
cases
or
of
something.
dynamite.
But they're still
The hope was that the long
By the
dead
way, dynamite doesn't look like the movie.
Sticks with
no. It's
fuses coming
gel.
out.
It's a gel kind of thing now.
Pacific gray whale would be almost disintegrated by the blast, and that any small pieces still around after the explosion would be taken care of by seagulls and other scavengers. Indeed, the seagulls had been standing nearby all day. As everything was being made ready,
Wait a minute. Time out.
Not knowing that we're running late. I'm sorry.
I know,
Dylan.
but how did the
Not
seagulls
knowing
know?
When he said other scavengers,
Well,
did he mean people?
Seagulls are around all the time, but the seagulls aren't aware that they're about to get killed.
They
too.
made it
we asked
sound like
George
that.
Thornton, the highway engineer in charge of the
They
project,
could smell the decomposition.
Oh, they got a
for his
highway
final
engineer.
observation.
Seagulls, Bob, are the buzzards of the ocean.
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this thing, so the scavengers, seagulls and crabs and whatnot can clean it up.
Is there any chance it might be more than a one-day job?
If there's any large chunks left, and we may have to do some other cleanup, possibly set another charge.
Very good.
The dynamite was buried primarily on the leeward side of the big mammal, so as most of the remains would be blown toward the sea. About 75 bystanders, most of them residents who had first found the whale to be an object
a little
of
close, aren't
curiosity,
Way too close.
they tired of its smell, were moved back a quarter of a mile away. The sand dunes there were covered with spectators and land lubber newsmen, shortly to become land blubber newsmen, for the blast blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
Oh, gee, that's some alliteration.
What?
You get a wow?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Come on,
1.
everyone open your mouth. I mean, it kind of disintegrated.
Listen to it. Listen.
No, it's raining whale.
Those are just piles of blubber falling down. Look at all that.
Our cameras stopped rolling immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. Pieces of meat passed high over our heads while others were falling at our feet.
That's a great line. Pieces of meat passed over our heads. We got a break. I'm real late.
We're super
Diamonds
late,
Direct.
bro.
Thank you, everybody on the camera. You can see us at 7 o'clock tonight at KLBJFM.com.
I've been telling you about it for a week now. Oh, and thanks to RenegadeTruck.net for sponsoring this portion of our program.